Good morning to all dear students. So, it's our English language period today. In this period, we are going to start with a topic that is degrees of comparison. What's the name of the topic? Yes, it's degrees of comparison. So, comparison word. Yes, what is the meaning of the comparison word? When we compare some two things, two groups, comparison between two person, two groups or more groups, more person. The word we use that is comparison. If it say it in Hindi, it is tulna. So what's we have to learn in this lesson, going to look about that. Okay. See, we are going to start from page number 45. Okay. Degrees of comparison. Topic number is 15. You know that adjective tell us more about a noun. See, in the previous topic, yes, we know noun. Noun is the name of a person, place and thing. And related to noun, we also have learned about the adjective. So, adjective, the topic has also been covered, and what we have done in adjective along with the exercise, you know that. So, adjective is also clear to you. Telling something more about a noun is a adjective. You know this. So when we need to compare two or more nouns, we use the degree of comparison. So when we have to use this degree of comparison, yes, when we compare two or more noun. So when there is a comparison between two or maybe more noun, we use the degree of comparison. Okay, so I hope you have understood what is degree of comparison. Next, see in your book, page number 45. See, a green box is there. You have to just go through this and see what is written. I am going to explain. Remember, adjectives have degrees of comparison. Yes, as I have told you before that adjective tell us more about a noun. And adjective have a degrees of comparison. So what is necessary here? Yes, adjective. These degrees are used when we compare one person or thing with another. So the comparison between two, any two things. So maybe one person or a thing. So we compare one person or one thing with another. So between them we compare. That is a degree of comparison. So again, there are types of degrees of comparison. So how many types are there? There are three types of degrees of comparison. So what are they? Yes, the three types. How many? Three types. The first one is positive, degree. The second is comparative, and the third one is superlative. So just learn these three names, three types of degree of comparison. The first one, positive degree, second, comparative, and third is superlative. So how we can identify them? See, let us take a closer look at each degree of comparison. Now we are going to see what is positive degree. This is the number 1 degree. Okay. When we speak about only one person, see here. When we speak means we are saying something. Okay. Speak about one person or thing. Only one person is considered here. So when we speak about only one person or thing, we say the degree positive. Okay. Speak about one person, one thing, then we use the positive degree. So how? With an example you are going to see. For example, this house is big. So you can say this this is the house. A specific house is mentioned here. So that is big. Only one house. We are saying about only one house. Okay. How is this house? It is big. So it is in positive degree. So next we are going to see, that is your comparative degree. See here, comparative degree is there. When we compare two persons, now in this two person or two things with each other. Two person, two things with each other. Remember this point, with each other. Between them the comparison is there. We use both comparative and positive degree. In positive there is only one person or thing. In comparative there is comparison between two things or two persons. So for example, you can say this house is bigger than that one, which in the first positive example we have seen this house is big. Okay, it was the example for positive. Next, see, the house is there. Okay, the house is as it is, but this house is bigger than that one. So a comparison between this house and that house. So here one thing is compared to the another. So what you can say? This house is big. It is written, you have to make comparative. So bigger than that one. So here a comparison is between house. So big and bigger. A comparison is between two houses. This and that one. So what is the change we have written? Here it was big and this sentence comparison is there. So we have written bigger. Okay. So or you can say this as example as that house is not as big as this one. Again there is comparison, but it is in negative. So that house is not as big as this one. This would be the second example for comparative. Okay. So I hope you have understood this positive and comparative with an example. So what is there in superlative? How can we understand that? We are going to see. Okay. Here we are talking about two houses. What we are going to talk? Yes, now we are going to talk about two houses. Okay. When we compare more than two person or thing with one another. So first it was just one. The second was comparison between two person, two things. But in superlative, more than two person or things. The comparison between more people. Okay. So when we compare more than two person or thing with one another. Okay. With one another we use superlative degree. Here we can use superlative degree because we are comparing more than two person or things. So example here, this is the biggest house in that city. See, this is the biggest house. This specific house is the biggest in city. In a city, do you think there are only 2-3 houses? No. More than that, many houses are there. And within that houses in the city, this is the biggest one. So comparison of this house is between more than two houses, many more houses in the city. So here we have used biggest. Here the comparison was only we have told about the one house. This is a big one, so it is in positive. The comparison was between two houses, that this is bigger than the another one. Okay, but in the third superlative, this is the biggest biggest and it is compared with the other houses in the city. So big, bigger, biggest. Big is positive, bigger is comparative and biggest is superlative. So definitions along with the example I have explained you. Here we are going to talk about many houses. Yes, in the superlative we are going to talk about many houses. Page number 46. You have to see now page number 46. The comparative and superlative degrees of comparison are formed by ending ER and AST respectively to the words. Yes, when we are writing comparative degree, superlative, at the end of comparative degree we use ER and at the end of superlative degree we use EST. So what we use? ER for comparative and EST for superlative. So how we can make the example here? Positive was big. So what we did? We wrote bigger for comparative and the superlative degree was biggest. Okay? In the same way, next example if we take high. So what will be the comparative degree for this? Higher. So what we have written at the end? ER. And at the superlative degree, HIG, HEST. See, EST, ER and EST. Here for the comparative we have written ER. Same here, higher, biggest, EST and EST for highest. Okay. In some cases, we doubt the last consonant and then add the ER and EST. Yes. I have given you both the examples here. Yes. You remember this? But what is the difference between this and this example? You can see at the end G was there. Okay. Here is also G. But G is written twice. 2 times it is written. Why? In this spelling it was G is there. But again we have written. So the last consonant we do it as double and add ER at the end. In some cases we have to write like this. At the end the consonant becomes double and then we have to write ER. So here high we have not written double H because it's not a consonant. So here some consonant, for some consonant we use it as double. Okay. Big, bigger, biggest. In words ending with Y. Now more words are there. Most of the words that end with Y. We remove Y and then add IE, R and IEST. So instead of ending Y, when the word ends with Y. I will give you an example so you can understand that. When the word ends with Y, then we don't have to write Y. We have to write I. And again ER or EST as a superlative degree. So example here for, can you see this? Okay. Wealth. Wealthy is having more money is known as wealthy. What is at the end? Y. What here? Instead of writing Y, what we are going to write? HELTH and I. We don't have to write Y. Then we are going to write I and at the end for comparative we write ER. Okay. I, ER. Again for the superlative same. WEALTH I EST. So here see Y was there, wealthy. But Y is not written in comparative, we wrote I and at the end we put ER. Same here superlative IEST. So I hope with this explanation you have understood what is the degrees of comparison. So students, go through the page number 45 and 46 in your textbook and try to understand what is degree of comparison. So, in the next period, we are going to continue with the given exercise, that is on page number 46, 47 and 48. Up till then, thank you student. Study regular at home. Thank you.